to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
He is a comic book nerd.
In brightest day and darkest night. We can learn a lot from comics.
She is a reality TV junkie.
No idea.
Snooki had her baby. A dollar makes me holla.
Chris likes sci-fi.
They do a brain transplant into this whole new body, but it's you.
Kristen likes celebrity gossip.
Breaking news.
Oh, more breaking news?
It's been official. Before it was just a rumor. These two, our pets, moved back in together.
What do they have in common? Nothing. You're listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast.
Now, here's Chris and Kristen.
Well, hello and welcome to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristen. Welcome back.
And we are Dirty Ugly Germs.
Dirty, what is it?
Dirty Ugly Germs,
No,
I think.
The show?
Oh, Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yo Gabba Gabba, yeah.
So if you hear the music in the background, hopefully you don't, but I'm pretty sure you're going to.
I'm pretty sure you will.
These microphones pick up everything.
Here's my stomach growl. It can hear that.
Yeah, my daughter is playing
Dirty
Yo Gabba
Ugly
Gabba
Germs.
clips on her
On her own phone.
on her own phone. I got her. It's my
Can't
old
talk, got her
Android
own
phone, which since I can't afford. I mean, not I can't afford. I have my own phone.
Yeah.
And it's my old phone, and I don't want to sell it. But it's perfect
What's a
because
little TV for?
it gets Wi-Fi.
She's got her own little TV in her
And
crib.
she plays Angry Birds.
Yeah.
She watches old videos that I've taken of her. And she watches Yo Gabba Gabba. And since she's so young, she doesn't need... I used to have Netflix. So
Right.
now I just watch Yo
She doesn't
Gabba
need
Gabba
Netflix.
videos.
She's got YouTube.
Yeah. And she's 2. She's 2. She turned 2 in August. And she knows how to use the
You're
phone.
getting her
She knows
already
how
You're
to...
starting her young.
She can't even speak yet. But she knows... It's
Dirty
funny the
Ugly
words that she
Germs.
chooses to know. Because she knows cookies. We had cookies the other day.
Well, of course, that's important.
And she could spot the bag across the room. She still calls me mommy.
She still calls you mommy, but she knows what a
She knows
cookie bag
cookies.
is.
She knows cookies.
It's the important things, Chris.
Yeah. Mom
That's
and
what
dad,
matters.
she confuses mom and dad, but she can say,
No, she knows those cookies. That's important.
Yeah.
I'm with her on that. I am 100% behind her.
You need priorities in
Yeah.
life.
I would want to know cookies as well.
But I think, I'm pretty sure it's not as much now, but that's like a $550 phone, $500 phone, if you bought it outright,
That a baby's using.
that she's using as her,
Her own entertainment.
yeah. But I guess, Nickelodeon don't come and sue us. Because she's watching these videos on YouTube,
This is
so...
YouTube. This isn't
So it's, because I know,
sue YouTube if you want to sue anyone.
podcasts who play music, you could technically get in trouble because you're
Right.
not
You
licensed
don't
or
have-
whatever. But people at Nickelodeon, don't come after
Yeah, don't
us
come after
because
us. Come
this is
after
stuff that's
Raven.
available on YouTube. So everything that she's watching, go after YouTube videos.
Yeah, go after them, not us.
Yeah.
God bless.
And I don't, as much as I love YouTube, and I always brought it up, I wonder, these people post whole movies and
Everything,
stuff like
yeah.
that, and I've watched comedian
Yeah, how
specials.
do they not get in trouble? I've always wondered that.
Yeah.
What?
Because you click certain videos and it says this was removed for copyright or whatever.
Yeah, you get that. But, there's things out there, how are you not getting sued?
Yeah. They're just, I guess no one has
We're probably
reported
opening,
it yet.
yeah. Here we go. We're
going to blow up
making
the
it
spot
national.
for people that
Sorry,
are...
YouTube. Watching Yo Gabba Gabba.
But then again, I don't know. And what blows my mind is people who repost stuff that's already on YouTube. There are plenty of personalities, and I brought this up before. Jenna Marbles, I'm a big fan of. I don't know if I ever mentioned Epic Rap Battles of History.
Yeah, you showed me that.
I love Epic Rap Battles of History. And there are tons of people who will repost it.
Repost them?
And there are a lot of people who do dumb shit. They'll keep the music, but change the video. They'll put old anime, they'll put
they'll change
anime
it
with
up,
an old song or something with a song from Epic Rap Battles. Or people who'll slow it down or play it in reverse or,
People think they're being creative.
yeah, I don't get that.
You're not.
But when you just straight up
Repost it? Yeah.
because I guess you're trying to direct some
how
sort
it
of
works, yeah.
traffic to your channel or something
Yeah,
like that.
I'm
But
not
that's
sure.
do something fucking original.
Yeah.
And with Jenna Marbles in particular, there are people it'll be called Jenna Marbles blog.
Yeah.
As opposed to just regular Jenna Marbles.
So they changed it up by adding that one word.
Yeah, they added a little bit. And it's
Jenna
how
Marbles.
pathetic are you to
Take
get,
it, yeah.
steal someone else's
If anybody's
shit?
stealing our shit, we come after you.
I mean, I don't know.
no. Yeah, maybe we'll
I'm a
do
big
it.
fan of Kevin Smith, and I put Kevin Smith stuff on here, but I never, I'm not going to play a whole podcast of his and claim it that it's ours.
Right, that it's ours, yeah. Look what we did.
And I asked Kristen, I kind of spoiled it for the show. We got to not talk before the show. I asked her if she saw it. Iron Man 3.
Yes, I
trailer.
did. I had to click it because of you.
It's research
because of you and his research.
Holy shit. Does it look awesome?
Yes. Like I said, not being a comic book person and into all that, it looks badass. Robert Downey, you the man.
My hair, I get
can't even
chills.
talk. He can't even talk.
I got
That's so
pimples.
crazy.
How awesome this movie looks. We are taking a departure because Jon Favreau directed the first two.
Right.
And then, then you got a whole new phase shift with Iron Man being in the Avengers movies. So now you got Joss Whedon, who's a giant in the nerd world in his own right. Now Iron Man is going on his third director. And
changing it up.
It looks
fucking
awesome.
Badass. This is it.
So Robert Downey Jr. is so fucking awesome that even on his third director, he's still
the man.
Suave. He's still the fucking man.
You are the man.
And it just looks so action packed. And Jesus Christ, I forgot the name of the guy that's playing the Mandarin. The guy who played Gandhi. You looked him up.
The guy who played Gandhi.
Yeah. How do you? Yeah. What a career! You went from Gandhi to the Mandarin at the Iron
Mandarin.
He obviously, because the Mandarin from the cartoons has green skin and a funky pompadour.
Just green skin. Why does he have green skin? Was he in accident?
Once he got his 10 rings,
he turned green.
It made him like a cosmic being.
He's like what's his name? The
Incredible Hulk?
No, who's the guy who has all the jewelry?
Mr. T?
Yeah. He's like Mr. T.
He's the Mr. T of the Marvel Universe.
All his jewelry.
But they made him like they have his hair is kind of like in a ponytail, but kind of like pushed down like that old samurai style. And basically, if comic book world was in reality, he would be like an Osama bin Laden character. He is, even in the commercial, even the trailer, he goes, people would say I'm a terrorist, but I'm a teacher.
Dun.
The best part of, in my opinion, when you have the quote unquote bad guy and you make him sympathetic and
right.
The best bad guys that are written are bad guys who don't know that they're bad guys.
Yeah.
And
they
don't
think they're doing the right thing.
Exactly. He coincidentally looks like an Osama bin Laden.
Conveniently.
And, and I'm pretty sure the way these movies are made, you're gonna, it's gonna be made to make us a little sympathetic.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and it's just...
You can relate.
And then they blow up Tony Stark's house. I'm sorry, spoiler alert, but it's a
spoiler
for the trailer. And I think anybody that was listening to this show would probably have already seen the trailer by now. I'm gonna spoil it. You could just go online, and I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
his house was
hoping,
blown up.
and I'm assuming if it's anything like the other movies, some of the more spectacular parts are in the trailer, but it's not every single surprise.
Right.
And I'm assuming it's the Mandarin. These helicopters come fucking equipped with like big ass missiles, and they just blow the fuck up out of Tony Stark's house.
Yeah, and then he's in the water.
And he's in the water, and as the
house.
What's the word? Like foundation of the house, like this iron and steel gets flushed into the ocean, and he gets flushed into the ocean with it. It actually pulls him down. The wreckage from his own house pulls him even further under the water.
The undertow.
Yeah. Oh my god, it just looks so fucking
Would
awesome.
his suit get rusty? Is it rusty?
Well, I think he's looked forward enough to know where, his costume. Now, what I do like about the movies is that it's acknowledged the armor is painted. Because whenever you see the damage, it looks like damage on a car.
Okay.
Like the people who do the special effects, they do it so
Little
low. Where it
dings
looks
here
like
and
when the car gets a ding in it and stuff like that. And so when you see the suit, and there are parts where obviously he's gotten hit, you see it looks like paint damage.
Right.
There are, in the original comic though, the parts that are yellow it's supposed to be yellow metal. It's
all metal.
It's supposed to be gold.
Metal. Okay.
Or a gold
metal
alloy. Like, it's gold and something else. Because gold actually by itself is actually a very weak, malleable metal. So, in the comics, and in the fantastic world of comics, it is gold.
Okay.
It's not painted yellow. Even in the movie, he acknowledges that it's painted. Just to kind of, so for the real hardcore fanboys that are like, hey man, that metal's yellow. It's not metal painted yellow.
Everyone's gotta be a critic.
Yeah, it's because in the movie, in part 1, when he's coming up with the costume, he's like looking at hot rods, and he tells his computer, whose name is Jeeves, who helps him put together the suit. He looks at a hot rod and he goes, oh, let's make it red and yellow. Let's make it like cool and shit. So, color flames and stuff like that. So I see people who aren't nerds, not that they don't catch it, but they, it doesn't matter to them. So the hardcore nerds, they'll say, no, that's yellow metal. It's not metal painted yellow. At least they put that line in there to shut them up.
To shut up. Yeah. Because they don't need
but in a cool way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, he's looking at a hot rod.
Right.
Okay, paint it yellow and red.
Right.
You know, and now in part 3, it's more yellow than red.
Changing it up a bit.
Yeah, every movie so far, he has like a new suit.
Okay.
And part of the trailer, you see where he takes all his old suits and he has them on display, like they did when they had the display at the San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And then you see all his suits.
Don't they blow up, right?
You see someone they're attacking the house, and in other words, also attacking his lab, and you just see explosions blowing up all the old Iron Man. And I don't know if that's supposed to be symbolic now that the new director,
right?
Blowing up the old stuff, making way for the new stuff. Get that shit
out of there, weeding out the bad.
Like I'm like excited in my I got like goosebumps just even talking about it. It's like it's so great to have people doing shit right now, you know.
Yeah, at least they're doing it right.
We've been waiting for this for a long time.
Been waiting for this.
You know, and the fact that you, who are not the demographic audience, you're enjoying it. It's like
it's a definite.
It's inviting everybody to the party. Like, come look at the stuff we liked for years. You should enjoy it and have fun.
Come be a nerd.
It's painted yellow. It's not yellow metal. Of course, the real hardcore nerds, man, should have been yellow metal.
Throwing shit at the theater, crying about it.
Yeah, so
it looks badass.
Go online. I'm pretty sure anybody who's a fan of the show has seen it already, but if not, watch it. What I like about it also, just from a little bit, was it starts out with him talking about the events in the Avengers.
Yeah.
He's like, I haven't been the same since New York. Mm-hmm. And what a fucking cool angle, because at the end of the Avengers, he is the hero. He's the one, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the Avengers.
He's the big man on campus.
He's the one who gets the missile redirected to blow up the aliens as opposed to blowing up New York City.
God bless America.
He's the hero, and now you're starting the movie where
it's after
what happens after.
This is a long
It's not
story.
Always a happy ever after. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're the hero doesn't mean that you go home, you know, and
people are feeding
living
you
with
grapes.
Gwyneth Paltrow and having a great
babies
time.
And
you know, shit's gonna get fucked up.
Can he produce babies? Does that ever happen in the comic book?
Wow.
Like a baby man?
To the best of my knowledge, he's never had a child.
A little iron?
There is Gwyneth Paltrow's character, Pepper Potts, which is like his girlfriend / secretary.
Yeah.
Like, and whenever they start new, he always just stays at his secretary. But in longer story arcs, she always becomes like his romantic interest, like a Lois Lane to Superman. There's actually a female Iron. There's an Iron Woman.
Really?
That Pepper Potts. I forget what they call it. In some of there have been a story arc where she gets an Iron Man costume. So basically
everybody's an Iron Man.
Everybody who's friends with Iron Man gets a costume.
There's going to be a dog.
He's Oprah Winfrey. And you get a costume.
And you.
So
it's going to be an iron dog.
Iron Army.
An iron baby.
Iron baby. That'd be awesome. Little baby in a suit. Little pacifier sticking out
like
the
a
side.
diaper and shit.
Iron diaper. The diaper is made out of metal painted yellow. And so I'm just like super, super jazzed up. Now, once again, this is stuff we mentioned before the show. When Marvel put out the announcement, it says May the 3rd.
Right.
Which is May. It's going to be like Iron Man 1. I can't remember Iron Man 2, but no, I actually think it always seems to be like the opening, like the first blockbuster of the season. I know definitely Iron Man 1. I can't remember. I think because Iron Man 1 was also early May.
It's definitely the big movie.
Yeah, and Marvel has released May the 3rd.
Okay.
But the trailer says April 2013.
What's going on over there?
So
don't tease us like that.
I'm excited about this movie. Don't fuck with me and say it's going to come out even earlier.
Yeah.
Because
don't fuck with the nerds.
Don't cock tease me. That's not right.
Don't you dare fuck with the nerds.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, I'm just going to go with the official Marvel release date. 1, because it's later, so I don't get my hopes up.
Yeah.
And 2, I mean, that trailer could have been cut by anybody. You know, like it could have been. You know, it could have been mistake's not the right word, but you know, like. Marvel decided, no, it's not going to be done by April. Push it back, and if it helps for the quality, push it back. You know,
yeah.
But it looks like the trailer alone. I would have paid $8 for the trailer.
There you go.
Like it just got me. I'm still psyched up
Chris
about
is saving up, saving up for May.
I'm just really
speechless. He's speechless about it.
I just want to see it. God damn it! But I'm psyched.
Well, we talked about Justin Timberlake getting married, and I just read recently that now Britney Spears might get married soon, like within a week.
Oh, God.
I mean, what is it that he got married, now you got him taking the limelight away? What's going on?
Just relax. Host your show.
Yeah,
You're getting a nice chunk of change.
Relax. You don't, just because he got married. We don't need to rush into anything.
Because it's the X Factor she's doing, right?
Yeah, did you hear who's got a deal for co-host?
I heard Mario Lopez and Khloe Kardashian.
You know it. The Fat Kardash is hosting.
You said Fat Kardashian?
Fat Kardashian.
Oh my god.
Chloe, the bigger one. She's my favorite.
Yeah,
So I can call her that.
let me tell you,
And E.C. Slater.
I've actually been watching more of Keeping Up with the
love it.
Kardashians because it's with the new set of Chelsea Lately.
Oh yeah, they're like always back to back.
I've been I'll leave it on.
Yeah, and then it comes, I know exactly how you feel, because suddenly it comes on, and then I'm stuck watching it, because it's like, well, now I want to see what stupidity was.
Well, usually, nowadays, I spend so much time on my computer that the TV is just background noise. And actually, Chelsea Lately should be complimented, because I'll pay attention for Chelsea Lately.
I have been catching like her repeats, and then I watch them on demand, because she's getting great at this point. I love...
The show is definitely
They got an
picking
awesome
up
studio,
in quality.
And awesome guests that first week.
Making me give a shit about Fergie.
Fergie?
Making me give a shit about Christina Aguilera.
I didn't realize how personal Fergie was. I've never really seen her on interviews. She was great.
Yeah,
I was
and it's
like,
funny
wow,
that we
Ferg.
both said it at the same time.
I was like, I like you now, girl. I like
You think I would...
You would
I
like turn
wouldn't
it off.
give a shit about Fergie, but
No,
she seems
I love
cool.
Chelsea Lately, and
Before I'd not that I bashed Fergie, but you fucking
you
meth
just never
head
really
or whatever.
heard much about
Like I heard, she had a spotty past, and and I know personally that because I remember years ago, Black Eyed Peas have been around for a long fucking time. They only got famous once Fergie joined the group.
Fergie did her booty bounce.
Yeah, because I remember years ago watching Yo MTV Raps, and the Black Eyed Peas would come on.
for a long
And the same, and I would not mention this past. Same thing with CeeLo. CeeLo from Fuck You. He's been around for fucking, and he
He's
was
done a lot behind the scenes as well. Like producing.
They mentioned
people.
he was part of the Goody Mob, and I remember the Goody Mob. Not that they were ever really famous, but I mean,
You remember him?
Goody Mob has been around for a long time. Black Eyed Peas has been around for a long time, but they're finally getting their time in the spotlight.
Who's one of the big ones in? I can't think of his name. In Black Eyed Peas.
The Will I Am.
He wasn't
There's
really
Will I
big.
Am, Apple D App, which is the
I
funniest
know.
name
Oh
ever.
yeah. Maybe I'm not thinking it. It was either. I think it was Wyclef actually. Not even.
Oh, okay,
wrong.
Wyclef and the Fugees.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking it's him. There was a photo, I guess it was his birthday the other day. Let me see if I can make sure it was Wyclef. And he's just it looks like he's oiled up. And he got
God.
a new, it's not a motorcycle, but like a Suzuki, what would you call it? A motorbike? I don't know.
Like
a speed,
like a speeder, I hate
What
to
would
use
be the right word?
I hate to use the politically incorrect term, a rice burner.
Yeah, like that.
Uh-huh.
And he's just, let me see if it's him.
You could say Japanese bike. I mean, I'm the more politically correct would just say Jap bike.
Oh yeah, it's Wyclef Jean.
Uh-huh.
Jean. And so it's his birthday. I'll bring it up. Yeah, I don't know what kind of bike it is, but look at the photo. First of all, he's all oiled up.
Is he wearing,
and
like, a
just
bikini?
Speedo, and he's just on this bike, and it's like.
But you can tell he's been hitting the gym.
Oh, looks like a model.
Because Wyclef has always been that very thin.
Yeah,
all those guys. Haiti, Jamaica, and I'm not trying to be stereotypical, but they usually have thin builds on them.
It was his 43rd birthday.
43rd, so he's been hitting the gym.
Yeah, no, he's buff.
Working out, working
buff,
on his 8-pack.
And he's just in he's like a
But you
Speedo,
do not-
oiled up and on his bike.
On his motorcycle. And then the floor looks wet and slippery. Look at the ground.
Yeah,
the ground has a
rain-
reflection
yeah,
on
it
it.
looks like it's probably raining.
You
it's
do
outside
not
his garage.
want to be on wet ground on a speedy
Oily?
motorcycle. You're oily and absolutely no
We
protection.
don't know what happened after the photo. He might have
Yeah,
slipped right
you need
off.
thick leather jacket,
But he looks good for
denim
43.
jeans.
He's looking good.
Hey.
And he got a new bike. Red, white, and blue.
It's
It's hysterical. Why did you take that photo? Who took that and said, yeah.
yeah. Oh, when you
could
get
you imagine asking your buddy, take this photo for me?
maybe it's a girl.
Oh, I'm hoping
it's
it
a
is.
girl.
Yeah. I know, but it's just funny. So I saw that the other day. I was like, who the hell is this on the bike?
He's probably made so much freaking money that he could sit around and
Sit on
work
his
out
nice
and
road.
oil himself up and get a picture taken
happy
on
birthday. Why are you in that outfit, A? And why are you oiled up?
Yeah, I think when you get to a certain level of success, nobody says no to you anymore.
no.
No one ever says that's a bad idea.
Yeah, you just go, man. Everybody supports you.
Like the Elvis syndrome.
Yeah.
I don't want to even get into it because I watched American Horror Story.
I recorded.
last
I
night
didn't
with
watch
the
it.
sister.
Was it still the same? I know we've had our discussions.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into it.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
Don't tell me anything. I haven't.
I
seen it.
was into it like the first 20 minutes, and then
Was there like a turn where it's like,
then I got. I mean, the part with Chloe Sevigny,
here we go.
I liked a lot. And
That's the only reason why
I
you
can't
watch it.
spoil it, but
Give me another blowjob.
She's in there in the beginning, and well, I would say she's in the first 20 minutes of the episode.
So
And
that's
then,
why you like the first 20.
And then, like, I don't know. Like, both these shows... Well, American Horror Story, I'll be honest with you, I wasn't too keen on the first season. And, like, Revolution. Those were, like, the two shows I thought I would be fucking championing
I
behind.
watched a couple episodes of Revolution, like the first couple. And I kind of liked it, and then I never followed up with it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just not your style.
They did have one episode, I think it was last week, where they actually... Now, the militia, whatever, has a locomotive. And that was, I would assume that if we were in a world without electricity,
without anything, a locomotive,
steam-powered stuff would be the new, like, because now
thing.
Apparently the militia
like, what
has
did we
this
do before that? Yeah.
extra edge now that they have a train. And you would think,
People
and I'm,
catch on. I don't know.
and nowadays we got all these young people now that are in quote-unquote steampunk culture. Steampunk, you never?
No.
Yeah, there's
Chris opens my eyes to something new every day, I swear. Steampunk.
Steampunk, which it's sort of like people, it's a whole subgenre. It kind of is an offshoot off of Gothic.
Okay.
You know, like how people Gothic and they dress old school and like lace and stuff like that. I mean, then there's also kind of like futuristic Gothic where they have like neon colors and gas masks and stuff like that.
Nice.
But steampunk is sort of, and it's sort of represented kind of like, well, I know you didn't like the movie. I mean, if you think of a movie like Wild Wild West, the updated one with how the technology in that movie, everything ran off of steam and springs and gears, and so it's sort of
Trinkets.
like if yeah, it's all,
You know, like everything put together with the
and
springs.
the joke about, because clockwork stuff, I mean, you wind up an old school watch, it's also a spring. So there's gears. Now, in that world, gears are like a big thing. And so people, to kind of like decorate their clothes, will put gears on it.
So this is what the
steampunk
They
is
wear
sort
gears?
of it's, well, the joke is,
gotta get a gear.
like, if you have a top hat and you're a guy dressing like old school style and you have a top hat, you'll put a gear on it.
Okay.
But then people get mad like,
Where are these
that's
people,
not
Chris?
doing anything.
Where are these people?
It's a subgenre of like science fiction and steam, because
Have you seen one?
I've seen a whole bunch of them.
Around here?
There was a steampunk booth at the RockCon. Like,
Really?
yeah,
I gotta get on board.
Yeah,
I don't know anything.
Look up steampunk, and then I'm such a nerd. I'm such a nerd that there's people who've made a steam powered like a R2-D2.
You love it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's kind of like if there was a world without computers, without technology,
there'd be all these
how would
gears
we
and-
drive devices? Like, so you can imagine a car, a steam-powered car.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it would be a pain in the ass, but
it works.
it would technically, extremely inefficient, and we'd be going through coal the same way we go through gas nowadays. But like, and usually it's also more of how stylized things are. So like, I've seen steampunk Star Wars, like they take the characters, and steampunk Batman, or like
Steampunk's taking over, and I had no idea.
yeah, it's this whole like I said. It's for the same people who go to like Renaissance fairs, or people who are gothic, where
Eat the turkey
it's
leg.
kind of like this old. It's an old. The style is old school.
Yeah, I see it. It's old.
And men wear
This one's
pocket
got
watches.
a whole gear arm.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
the screen just
Broke it. His whole arm has like gear stuff on it, and he's dressed old, like
and he's
revolutionary.
Dressed, yeah, it's dressed like early 1900s, late 1800s. Yeah.
As it flips.
Yeah.
Steampunk is breaking my iPad.
Yeah. And like I said, the best movie that represents it in live action is
RoboCop?
is Wild Wild West. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know.
steampunk. There have been plenty of anime versions of steampunk.
The Hoochie Girls?
And trust me, that you're gonna probably see more stuff steampunk related.
I have not seen these people,
Yeah,
and
so
I
it's
need to
people-
get a revolutionary style dress, something
Oh yeah, there are people
medieval like.
like when the people who go to the comic conventions, and nowadays for Halloween, a friend of mine, as a matter of fact, is putting together a steampunk costume, and she's like, and it kind of brings you back to like old school, where like she's putting together like a leather purse. Like she's asking if there was any friends online that actually have like leather working tools.
Oh, cool.
You know, it's kind of like this it's not handcraft. I guess it is technically handcrafted.
Kind of make your own thing, though.
Make your own thing, and you know.
See, I can never do it. I'm not creative. I would be that person that has the top hat and puts a gear on it.
And so the joke is, why are you putting a gear on a top hat? It's functionless.
Right.
A person with a top hat would wear a top hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't walk around with hats with, like, the piston for a car on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no sense. So, but then there are a whole bunch of people who just, you know, they're trying to represent, but they represent too hard by gluing a gear to their top hat. Or gluing a gear to a brooch or something like that. So, you know, and I would have think, in particular, like, if they freeze frame today, or they said, okay, today's the day all the computers stop working.
Right, you would think Steam would make a comeback.
There are so many nerds into steampunk that I think, I'm surprised the show hasn't gone, I thought the show was going to be more on that angle.
Yeah.
And how, you know.
And how we used to live before all this stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
kind of like, Wild West with kind of like the modern tinge because we know about technology. You know, it's the Wild Wild West, but those people live that way because they were never educated. Yeah. You know, how do you take people who kind of had an education and, you know, and you would think you would see like using soda cans to condense, you know, get the air, you know,
right, like
water condensation out of the air and, or, you know, or steam powered stuff, or like, even like that woman that ran the computer, like, seeing her, like, start up a steam-powered generator or something like that, you know,
backup like... Now, you know, do you think Will Smith will make a cameo with a gear?
I mean, I don't think so.
Have you watched it, or, like, have you watched
every
episode?
I've been watching it, and I
still can't.
See, the shows I do like. Like, I love Fringe. I love Sons of Anarchy.
Right.
I love...
Real Housewives.
Big Bang Theory. Right. You know, those shows... I will not get on my, like, I'll have my computer there, but I'm too busy focused on the TV. Mm. These other shows that I'm trying to get into, I just get bored. And then I eventually, you know, you got me,
the Kardashians.
I'll give you the attention. It's your job to lose my attention.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? You tell them, Chris.
And American Horror Story was good for the first 20 minutes. Revolution, I start to watch, and then it's like, I don't get it. Like, I'm trying to buy into the hype,
right?
And it's not working.
Get somewhere.
It's not. Yeah, it's not rubbing me the right way. I don't know if that sounds
Chris
right.
needs to be rubbed. Ladies and gentlemen.
Now,
speaking of rubbing.
Oh, okay.
He's like, oh, okay, what? Katy Perry and John Mayer, I guess they're still on. I don't know.
Yeah,
they've been on again, off again.
Spotted together.
And the neighbors are complaining that they have too loud of sex.
Wow.
Who complains about that with these two hotties?
Yeah. Do you think John Mayer's a hottie?
Actually, no. I take it back. I mean, he's just... isn't he like a sex god or something? Like, isn't he supposed to be good in bed? That's why he gets all these girls?
I mean, I'm not familiar with his work. And
with his work.
I would assume that's anybody with a guitar.
It's got good hands.
Like, when I see guys... Like, you're good with the guitar, but, like, you're trying to get girls.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And if you you'd be getting girls. So you wouldn't need it. So, you know, like, I don't know. I don't want to say he seems wimpy to me, but I guess that's the best way I could put it. Like, kind of like punky.
And I feel like he's kind of douchey.
And not,
like,
not a good punk, like bad punk, like wimp, weak.
Yeah, I feel like he's kind of douchey, like, I can get whoever sort of thing. Because he has been with hotties.
Yeah, I guess his music, you know, that's the good part. That's the whole reason guys pick up a guitar, because if that was the case, he'd have no music whatsoever.
He hasn't done anything, like, music-wise in the last... Not that I know of.
Stop fucking everybody.
Right.
Like, well, you know what it is? The best songs come from heartbreak.
Right.
So he's been too busy getting his freak on to write a good love song.
But why would you let them have sex? They're both probably hitting these high notes.
I'm going to justify it where Katy Perry's
Maybe you're a firework.
She's putting up an act.
Right, yeah. She's got to make it feel good.
She reminds me of that girl that's so desperate for attention that she will overdo
don't be mean to Katy.
She'll overdo it in the bed just to keep the guy's ego satisfied.
Right. Oh, see, I see him as a douche. Like, even...
Well, no, he's still a douche.
Oh, yeah, but I see him totally as... And I get what you're saying about her.
She's so wanting acceptance that she will, like, fake that
I don't get what the attraction is with him.
I don't get it. It's probably just being a musician.
And he has that horrible singing face.
Oh,
They
yeah.
always make fun. I mean, I don't get what that's all about.
Yeah.
You look like you're in pain, man. That's probably an O face, too.
Oh.
Oh. Your body is a wonderland. Yeah, so I'm sorry,
don't-
Katie
that's-
and John.
that-
Keep
I mean,
it down. Keep it
I
down.
don't have a vagina, so I don't know. That music doesn't...
Doesn't do it for you.
Yeah, I don't like fucking wimpy music. I mean, you know, even...
And I always feel like he's trying to be different, like with his lyrics, and it's like, now it just sounds like it doesn't make sense. Like some things I'm like, what?
I think, well, I've seen, like, I remember, honestly, the only time, like, John Mayer even crossed over into my universe was, like, when he was playing guitar for Dave Chappelle. Like, remember, it was, like,
yeah.
Questlove
Yeah.
and John Mayer. And I get he's trying to not be in the mold of a guitar player, or, you know, having an edge.
Right.
I mean,
He's so different.
by the time you've got to that point, you don't have any edge anymore. He doesn't really cross over into my world, and I don't like that kind of music. And it's kind of like,
Do you think his body is a wonderland? He has gotten some girls.
I mean, yeah.
He's got to be.
well, because he's a
Something.
musician. Girls love musicians.
Yeah, but
And
you
then
can do
play,
so much better than him. And, like Jennifer Aniston, he's had. Jessica Simpson, Jennifer Love Huge Tits.
What?
That was
Wow.
who Wonderland was about. Christopher, you didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Right.
Wow.
And now Katy Perry. Yeah, Wonderland was about her.
He likes
body.
titties.
Yeah. And he
Because
gets them.
Katy Perry and Jennifer Love and Jessica Simpson.
Right. Who's her son? And that
Jennifer Aniston.
And they dated
is
like
the
when she was
smallest-
in her prime, like Jessica Simpson. Like she was fit,
Wow, when she was
big
Daisy
boobs.
Duke.
Yeah, when she was
Wow.
duking it out. See, he's got to have something going on.
But then again, Jessica Simpson fucked Bam Margera.
yeah, God
Allegedly.
bless America.
So
And I thought Johnny Knoxville. That was there was that rumor that they were dating or something. I feel
yeah, I honestly
Something
think
random.
that I think she was.
she was exploring.
Well, she was. I mean, she was hanging out with Johnny Knoxville, but
Right.
Bam Margera hit it. And
They probably-
because Bam Margera's girlfriend found out about it,
Right.
and went to like a local radio station
and Blad. Yeah.
and just like, she
I
was
would
furious
too.
at him and cursing him out.
Is
and
he
all
still
this
married
stuff.
to her?
Well, no.
Or was this just a random girl?
No. The girlfriend was the girl we usually saw during the show. There was a girl that was there was this girl that was his girlfriend during the show.
Oh, is there?
But he's not with her. He married, what's her name? I believe her
Remember they
either
had,
her
like, that
name is
episode?
Mimi or her nickname is Mimi.
Remember they had like the wedding episode, or it might have been a whole season.
There was,
leading up
he
to
did
that.
he did a whole series with his wife
Right.
called Unholy Matrimony or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
I remember that. He
and
went
so
to high
she's-
school with her or something.
Yeah, they were boyfriend and girlfriend years ago. Then he was, he
With some-
he plowed through a whole bunch of girls. Then he kind of had that girl that was kind of like a steady during like his height of fame, like on Viva La Bam.
Yeah.
Even though they never acknowledged her as
Right.
a girlfriend, but
It
she
was
was
just
always
there.
there. And, and I feel bad for that girlfriend. I mean, one, he cheated on her, and two, she had to deal with all those fucking assholes.
Right. Like, I'm with you and I have to deal with 10 other idiots.
Yeah, like you're in bed
Like this
and someone
sucks. And
comes
somebody
to your
comes running
bedroom
in.
with a fucking motorcycle and
Yeah.
peels out in the bedroom while you're trying
Like,
to
you
fucking
always,
sleep.
you can't, like, dress comfortably. I feel like you always have to be, like, wrapped up in clothes because who knows who's going to barge in.
Yeah,
And
you can't get comfortable.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure
you're always on edge. Like, who the hell's going to come
she
up
was
behind
probably
you?
fucking Bam, and the guys probably came in the room.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You
what
know
I'm
how
saying?
guys are.
They're not going to leave them alone for
Right.
5 minutes. And
Absolutely.
if they hear anything...
And they all
they're
lived
gonna
in that
come-
one house, too.
Yeah, they all had that one... when he had, it was basically like a farmhouse.
Right, it was
converted
huge.
into, like, apartments.
And now they just made it into a frat house, basically.
Yeah. Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
that would suck today.
So she had to deal with all that bullshit.
So
and he cheated on her.
Yeah. Oh, I would, if I was her, I would do the same thing. Go to a radio station.
Oh yeah, I mean, I get why she got mad, but
Yeah.
this poor girl.
Went through a lot.
Now,
So is he still married to the one who he married?
if I understand correctly, they're still married.
Okay.
The one, Playboy, they had, she did Playboy, and then what they did, and Playboy has done this a couple times. Well, they'll take a couple, and they'll let
Do
the
a photo
husband be the
shoot?
photographer.
Oh,
And
that's
then,
nice.
because look, and I hate to I know there's photographers out there that'll like probably want to decapitate me.
Right.
It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying?
Here we
Like
go.
to take pictures of beautiful women,
Yeah.
and you have, and what
And
happens
your
is
wife.
Playboy brings them to their studio.
Right.
So it's already lit correctly. It's already the
Yeah, it's
camera.
already set up.
I'm pretty sure someo's already supervising it.
All
It
you
is
gotta do is
not
click.
hard to take good pictures of beautiful women.
Especially because you're taking so many. One of them's going to come out good.
Yeah, exactly. You got a girl who's dressed, makeup, professionally maked up.
It's all set up.
Made
Maked up.
Yeah, maked up or whatever. Lights. Because you know what it's like? I have, I belong to a whole bunch of communities online, and like one of the big one is like gothic photography.
Okay.
And you see these guys, and they're always trying to like get girls to come to their studio and stuff like that. And it's just these are the guys who just can't get laid, so
Right.
they want to
Come hang out with me.
come hang out. I want to take pictures, and if you hope you don't mind,
I
topless
just
or
want to
whatever.
take pictures.
And it's kind of
Let me
it's sad
touch.
and pathetic. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, and I'm pretty sure I'm pretty pissing off some people who I know.
Chris, we're trying to get followers here.
But it's when you see, then you see the pictures, and the pictures come out great.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
And
Anybody
you have
could
an
helped.
expensive camera.
Yeah.
you
If
know.
I have a $3,000 camera and another
become a
$2,000 in
photographer.
lights, and a girl who cares about what the fuck she looks like,
Right.
and made up and all this other stuff, it's not hard to take a good picture of a good-looking woman.
Yeah.
It's you're not reinventing the wheel.
We're pissing off a lot of people.
I
here.
understand why you want to do it. Who doesn't want to have a half-naked woman in front of them? But so
I don't really want a half naked woman in front of me.
well, I mean,
Right.
what straight man doesn't
Yeah,
want
there you
a
go.
half-naked woman in front of him? Or the other way around.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to have some beefy, cut-up guy in
Ooh,
front of you.
baby.
You know what I'm saying? And you're there with a fucking, you're not even holding the camera. You're just, you're pretending.
Yeah, I'll be like, there's no film.
This is the new camera. Smile. I gotta get a close-up.
Hold still.
So yeah, so I know Bam, she's been in Playboy. I've seen, there's pictures of her naked. And they've done it with a couple other famous couples. People a little more, like, obviously not famous couples, just,
But-
people a step above Joe Blow in the street.
The B-list, C-list,
Yeah,
D-list.
D-list couples, where they get the husband to take professional pictures, which, like I said, they brought them to the studio. It's not
Yeah.
like they're breaking new ground.
Breaking new ground.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Hello, listeners. This is Chris from Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'd like to announce that we are now part of Livin' Lane Podcast Entertainment. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/Livin' Lane Podcast Entertainment. LIVINLAME Podcast Entertainment. Along with Two Strangers, One Podcast, there are a bunch of brand new shows to choose from. There's The Breakdown with Filthy Phil, Shane O'Mac, and Cord bringing you the latest news in the music world. Join Joe and Carrie Fox in the Fox Den for your fix of astrology, numerology, and nature. Get your movie and television news with the Real Chat Podcast. And the big daddy that started it all, Livin' Lane. So check out the Facebook for information on new episodes and updates at www.facebook.com/Livin' Lane Podcast Entertainment.
Fallback Comedy Fest. 40 hilarious acts in 13 shows on one stage in 1 week. Live, improv, stand-up, sketch, and music. October 30th through November 4th. All shows at The Space, 1115 East Main Street in the Hungerford Building. Presented by Search Engine Improv and sponsored by Bud Light. Here we go. So don't forget to set your clocks back and don't miss the best comedy fest in the New York West. For info, schedule, and tickets, visit fallbackcomedyfest.com. Fallback Comedy Fest.
Click and Hit, enhancing the experience for all recreational smokers. Click and Hit is a one-handed portable vaporizer. This smoking pipe has a compact 4-stage design, complete with a built-in, windproof, butane refillable torch lighter. The large burn chamber holds your stash of legal herb or pipe tobacco. Click the button to ignite and inhale as usual. When you are done, put it back in your pocket for later. Smoke anytime with the touch of a button. No more carrying around grinders and tins. Pipe, rolling papers, and even your lighter at home. The Click and Hit cordless vaporizer is no bigger than a normal cigar, making it the world's smallest and most discreet vaporizer. It's perfect for use in small places or shared rooms. It's efficient, getting 5 to 8 draws from your packed chamber. It's affordable at just $19.95 each. Buy 3 and the shipping is free. Buy 4 and you get the 5th one free. Visit www.click-n-hit.com. That's clickandhit.com. And now for listeners of Two Strangers, One Podcast, you can use promo code STRANGERS and receive 10% off your purchase at clickandhit.com. That's promo code STRANGERS for 10% off your purchase.
We now return to Two Strangers, One Podcast.
And we're back.
What up, yo?
Yeah. Like I said before, I've used the Click and Hit. Love it. And me, who's not a smoker. Very well made device. Lights up pretty well. I've used it. Like I said, I broke up a cigarette and used it and it worked just fine. So check out click-n-hit.com. That's clickandhit.com.
Honey Boo Boo
Uh-huh.
and her sisters took on GCW wrestler Wild Thing Will Owens in the ring. I guess it already happened.
Oh, okay.
And
And
now Honey Boo
unfortunately,
Boo is getting offers from pro wrestling academies. Will she give up pageant reality show fame for some time in the ring? So now she's a wrestler? Is that what they're getting at?
well, I think the audience that watches Honey Boo Boo
Watches.
will watch wrestling and
She's gonna be like chugging beer out there like next
oh
year.
god, that poor kid.
Yeah, she's doomed.
Someone please step in and save her before
Oh, how is
something
Child
bad
Protective
happens.
Services not in there?
It's and I only wish the best for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're laughing about it, but oh god,
Train wreck.
someone-
First of all, somebody should have been there when she was chugging the go-go juice.
yeah,
You know,
that's like,
that's way too much caffeine for a little shit.
someone that small. Yeah.
Way too much. And there's a train in your backyard.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I know,
lots
that's
of
just
people live like-
just a cheaper land, but
it's an inexpensive.
It's affordable. It cracks me up though
property.
every episode they always show that train go by.
Yeah.
It just makes me laugh.
Speaking of attractive people,
Okay.
do
You
you
talk about me?
Do you?
Here he goes.
Does a guy's car matter?
Not really.
Not really.
I mean, if it's
Like
a piece of shit and there's like no door, like, if it's okay,
well, I'm saying a guy has a sensible Honda Civic.
yeah, that's fine.
It doesn't matter.
No.
Or if the guy pulls up in an IROC Z28, that doesn't get your motor running or anything like that. To use
No,
the
I'm not
car
like-
euphemism.
No.
No, okay. Because I'm just
If
saying,
it's
there's
like
some girls
really ridiculous car, maybe.
Okay.
We're just gonna be taking my car.
like a Ford. No. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, there are plenty of normal, sensible
Yeah,
cars.
a
out there.
sensible
Like,
car I have no problem with.
do you get excited like if a guy comes in a Ford Mustang or something like
I
that?
do
or,
love Mustangs.
or a Chevy Camaro. Or
Okay,
something like
I'll
that.
give it a Mustang. I'll be like, yeah,
Okay.
I gotta get in the Mustang.
So the guy with the Mustang does have a bit of an edge.
Yeah, that one would have an edge. But other than that,
Oh,
I
okay.
really don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, there are
'Cause-
girls who like,
Oh yeah.
a guy's
he's
car.
got a Cadillac,
the guy could
you
look
know.
like fucking, fat guy with like,
Right, but he's got a car.
yeah, greasy hair and
Oh yeah, girls. Let's
gold
raise our
chains matted
standards,
in his
girls.
chest hair. But if he has, a nice, if he's driving a Camaro, then
Right. Yeah, people. Yeah. Little squirters.
and he's wet,
Right.
And
No.
no, you're not okay.
Not
That's
for me,
that's
no.
good. That's good. This is a good note for the guys.
Yeah, there you go. Because it's like, did you waste your money or do you have money?
Yeah,
Sort of thing,
I really,
You gotta question it.
when
Are
you
you
see
now
these
in
guys
debt
a nice
because of this car?
It's overcompensated.
Right. Or is it leased?
Well,
What's
either
going on?
way,
Did you... Yeah.
when you see these guys and they go through their midlife crisis, you see it's some older,
I know people in their
balding
30
guy.
going through midlife crisis
Yeah.
for
Oh,
these
I think
cars.
everybody
you know?
went to my midlife crisis.
Gotta get their car. I don't get it. Yeah.
Yeah, and what I would love to do is I would like to have girls laugh at the guy.
Right.
Or like,
Be
and
like,
here's
really?
my joke. Like you would put up your pinky finger.
You're like,
Yeah,
that's about the size of it.
I would love if I could get that kind of revolution started where
There he goes.
when you see a guy
And
in a overly fancy car who is trying to be impressive,
give him the pinky,
just
girls.
give him the pinky to kind of like, I know you have a little dick or a limp dick or something.
Right. Impotent.
You're overcompensating for your little penis.
For
And
something. Yeah, no, I don't
because
get it.
how awesome would that be just to see
Starting the revolution.
some guy who think he's impressing people and then just
Yeah.
like, you got a limp dick, motherfucker, you old bastard. Can you even get it up?
Prove it! Yeah. No, I don't get
Because
it.
if you try too hard,
It's-
when you try
it's
too hard,
overkill.
it's obvious that you're trying too hard.
Yeah.
So-
You're not fooling anyone. I'm not being fooled. It's like, you can't catch a break. I
and let me
feel
tell you,
so
my
bad for
roommate
Bills.
does not curse.
But on Sunday,
When he watches the
watching
Bills
us,
games, boy,
it's
he sounds like a
exactly-
fucking sailor.
My grandfather is the quietest man. Nicest, gentle.
Mm-hmm.
But Sunday, with the Bills, you're like, whoa, was that Grandpa? Like, it's so like, that was him.
Yeah.
I've never heard him raise his voice. And then, like, he mutes it, and he's like, I can't even listen to it. I'm like, I feel horrible for... It's been, like, 20 years now.
Wow.
I think the last time it was good was with O.J. Simpson.
Yeah. Well, when I grew up, I mean, the joke was BILLS, boy, I love losing Super Bowl.
Yeah. What'd they go to? They went to, like, 4 and lost, right? Like, 4 in a
Yeah,
row.
I think it was like
Yeah.
4 in a row or something like that.
It's like, come on, guys.
So I feel
Ow.
bad for
Ow.
and up here in Rochester, you walk into any Walmart, Target, there is tons of merchandise
Oh, yeah,
on the shelves.
I don't know how, but there are a lot of Bills fans.
Yeah,
they are not giving up on this team.
You know, when football season starts, you know, Walmart dedicates a section where it's like
People are
everything,
serious,
cups
too.
and plates and scarves and hats and
Everything.
magnets you put on your car and
It's
stickers.
serious.
And, you know, Target has a whole section, you know, and they have, you know, and they have the kids' clothes, you know,
yeah.
jerseys you can put on your dog, the girl stuff that's in pink.
It's serious. It gets serious, and they suck.
And I just feel bad for people who have to sell merchandise up in this part of the city or the state or whatever, because unfortunately the Bills are doing horrible. But my point is, he watches the games, and every commercial, it's, I mean, of course, you know,
We
there's
talk about
beer
sports
stuff.
and then talk about commercials.
It'll go to the commercial. I am so fucking sick and tired of insurance commercials.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
They're-
you got the Allstate commercials of the guy with the deep voice. As much as I
Progressive,
love
yeah.
Flo with Progressive,
Progressive.
you
They're
got
on
fucking
all the
Flo.
time.
You got,
That
you know,
stupid
during the day you got
Geico.
the Geico commercials just all over. You know, Geico's, you know, they got the stupid gecko. They got all those
MetLife
just
is coming
weird.
out there again with the Snoopy characters.
Oh, the MetLife,
Yeah,
Metropolitan
MetLife,
Life.
they're coming back with those again. I'm like, ugh.
The I mean, I don't know if it's a local thing. The General commercials, you know, great low rate.
And there's like a random penguin. Like,
Yeah, there's a Penguin, there's a General, you know,
Where-
Allstate, you know, and it's like, or, you know, the Chaos guy where it's like, I'm your
Mayhem.
messed up Mayhem, yeah.
I forget
Are
what-
these fucking, you know, these companies, you know, Chris Rock had a great joke about it. He's like, you know, they should call insurance in case shit, you know, in case shit happens.
Right.
And he goes, and if nothing happens, shouldn't I get my fucking money
get
back
your
at the end of the
money
year?
back,
And, you know, all
You
this
should.
money that is sunk into insurance companies, these motherfuckers are advertising every commercial break. And I'm pretty sure at major sports events, I'm pretty
We're
sure
not
that's
talking a
serious
couple
money.
thousand. You're talking.
I'm pretty
up
sure
there.
that's big money. And like, you know, for what we're paying in insurance, you know,
Going to advertising.
it's going in. I'm fucking infuriated because, you know, the economy, you know, wasn't doing that great. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Yeah,
you know,
I
a
should
lot
get
of people,
my money back if
you know,
nothing has happened. If I didn't use my insurance policy.
You are legally bound to get insurance. And I understand why. You know,
Right.
people, you know, if someone
I
I
get the
loved or
purpose,
myself got
yeah.
hit by a car,
I get
you
the
know,
purpose of
I
it.
want us to be protected, but
But if that year I don't use it,
yeah, can I get some money back?
can
you
I
know,
get half back, something?
yeah. And they're advertising every fucking commercial break. Insurance
Oh, man.
companies,
It's all over the place.
alcohol companies.
Oh, yeah. they're
Every
on
commercial
their own
break is
level.
enough fucking beer and Bacardi commercials.
Here,
and all
that way, so when you get so wasted that you get hit by a car, you better have that insurance.
And then
they got car commercials.
all the car commercials. Every commercial.
It's all
It's like
looped
a new,
into one.
you know, and it's everyone's, you know.
You get so wasted that you drive that nice car that you hit a tree and then you need your insurance.
You know, and I love these companies like for these big trucks where they're bragging 25 miles per gallon or something
Oh,
like
yeah, I
that.
know.
Like,
That's
that's
not
not
bragging.
something to brag about. You know,
It's not good.
no, if that's your, I mean, I understand there are plenty of people who use their trucks because it's business. You know what I'm saying? You're
Yeah.
using a truck because you're hauling something.
Right, you need that
But
truck.
if you're not,
If it's
you
just
know,
to have
if
a
you're
truck,
not using it,
that's a waste of money.
you know, and, you know, you're getting 28 miles to the gallon, you're not impressing me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's, these companies, you know, have our standards got so low that 28 miles to the gallon is
the
a
best we
positive
can do,
thing?
yeah.
You know, I mean, don't get me
Like,
wrong.
that's your selling point?
I've never owned a sports car. I've always had little putt-putts, you know, 4-cylinder cars and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But it's like, you know, it's disgusting how we've been forced to lower our standards so much that 28 miles to the gallon sounds impressive.
Sounds great to us.
You know, unless you're fucking hauling lumber. If you're hauling a fucking trailer behind
need
you,
that.
fine, 28 miles per gallon sounds great. But I don't know. I just had to get that off my chest. I'm sick and tired of insurance companies, alcohol companies, and car companies. And
Tell 'em,
they're
Chris.
just a bad company. Unless they want to sponsor us. And then,
Yeah, unless you want to sponsor it. We love the shit out of you.
Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate. This is news to anybody, or it's too late. AMC is
Mm-hmm.
back on Dish Network.
I saw you post that. You got all
Yeah,
excited.
I was flipping through the channel guide, and
Some
you know,
music.
I'm a big fan of Walking Dead, and of course Talking Dead, and then the Comic Book Men. And last night I was flipping through now because also the big show on AMC is Breaking Bad, and I had watched, you know, when Breaking Bad the new season started. I went down to my mother's house. Well, I was not just to watch Breaking Bad, but I was at my mother's
6
house.
hours to go.
And I caught up with all the episodes
Yeah.
of Breaking Bad. And one of the things they said right when they went to commercial break, Breaking Bad, you won't find us on Dish Network.
Oh.
And it was like the Dish Network logo with a circle and a
Yeah.
line through it. And I understood that there was some sort of beef between Dish Network and AMC. So last
Well, now
night,
they must have resolved it.
I'm flipping through my cable guide, and because one of the cool things about Dish Network is you could like customize your menu.
Okay.
Like there's certain, obviously I'm not a sports person, so I could watch just like, I could just have like entertainment channels or the kids channels.
Okay. Yeah,
or if
you
you
make
were
it
the
your
other
own
way
something.
around, yeah. So I had switched over to
I'm gonna
the
switch yours to all sports.
the menu that's all channels.
Okay.
So I'm flipping through it, and then I see Walking Dead. And I said, and at first I thought it might have been like a repeat or it's in syndication or something.
Yeah.
And it says AMC. I was like, holy shit, AMC's back on Dish Network. I was
Surprised
so
they didn't make like
fucking
an
happy.
announcement.
Yeah.
Like, on
That's
something,
and you know what it is? I think AMC said, look, we gotta,
They
Walking
probably have
Dead
so many
is their,
complaints.
Walking Dead and Breaking Bad are their two, and Mad Men,
Yeah.
are their fucking crown jewels.
Yeah.
You better get shit in order.
Something must have happened where it was like, ooh, we gotta figure this out.
Yeah.
And we gotta figure it out now.
But it is funny that AMC literally had, you
Their
will
own
not
thing.
find
You will
us
not
on
find
Dish
us.
Network.
I wonder what happened.
And that was during, and that, I
AMC,
saw
call
that
us.
during the Breaking Bad.
Who on your side of the story?
Yeah, that was, and it's funny because usually companies don't shout each other out like that. Like they don't really, they don't make it personal.
Blood, something happened.
And they made it personal, but AMC's back on Dish Network, so thank
I
God.
guess once you make it personal and you get a lot of people to complain, shit gets done.
you
That agreement
won't
will get
find us.
done real quick.
And I believe it was also because Breaking Bad's first episode of the new season was also available on the website. You can see the first episode of the season 5 or 6 or whatever it's on the
website.
AMC channel. And when it went to the commercial break, it said
It's that same
not available on Dish.
So
I'm pretty sure.
did you see the other episodes on there, or was it just
No,
the
it was just the first one. I think just to,
Just to
get people
a little-
enticed.
Yeah, you want to watch this?
And that first episode was so good too.
There's only been a couple, right?
Yeah, there were about
And so far
5 or
it's good?
6, and then there's going to be a break, and then like the new episodes don't start till like next year,
Oh, okay.
and then it's going to be
Nice
the end of the
little
season.
season.
And since they know it's been getting good,
Yeah.
you
So
know,
you're saying it's
and-
getting real good.
and so it's the golden, like I don't want to say it's the golden age of television, but these AMC, FX.
They're starting.
And there's
to,
a couple more, and I mentioned in the other episode, TBS, taking initiative with Conan and House of Pain.
They're starting to become the
Meet Browns.
big.
They're really,
channels
because
to
regular
compete
network
with prime
TV
time.
is getting fucking corny. You know what I'm saying?
It's
I mean,
dumbed down.
there's too many
Same
many
gimmick
chefs
type things, yeah.
that ruin the stew. You know what I'm saying? There's too many people who have a strong, too many, as soon as one person says no, then it's all this dominoes down, and that's why Walking Dead is doing so good, because it was written by a comic book guy.
Mad Men, did they get like no's from so many channels? I don't know what the right word I'm trying to say.
Yeah, networks and stuff like that.
Networks, and then finally like AMC was like, all right, and then it turned out to be a
And now
huge
it's-
hit.
I
Like,
think they just had the Golden Globes or something like that.
Yeah.
And they just won
Like
all these
how
awards.
you'd be kicking your ass if you were the CEO of like whoever the hell they went to.
Yeah, you gotta
Pissed,
let
like,
the
yeah.
reins go and let creative people be creative, and then it's all said and done. Yeah, we were talking about being dead and like
A nice subject.
well, it rings a little close to me because, like I said, I mentioned before my friend Jimmy who passed away, and I remember and I'm pretty sure this happened to a couple of people by now. Nowadays, you have cell phones and you put the person's name in it, and my friend's family were calling me. I mean, it was after he passed.
From
And I
your
never
phone?
took the phone. I never took his number out of my
Right.
phone. So it says Jimmy on
that's
my
creepy,
phone
yeah.
after he's passed. It kind of it hits
Right.
you hard. Like for a split second, you get fucked. You're like
You're like, wait,
what the
what
fuck?
do I
And then you
answer?
realize it's his family
Right.
calling from.
They couldn't use another phone.
Well, no, it's the number they've had for the past 30 years.
Use another phone.
Yeah, I just
Instead of creeping everybody
I just and he used to have. I mean, this he died a couple years ago, back when it was still MySpace. You know what I'm saying? But his MySpace is still up, and
Right,
it's
things like that. It's always different.
and you think about what would be your last MySpace, or Facebook update or
Right.
whatever,
I know. Mine would be, they look at my legacy, like go through my Facebook and be like, what the fuck was wrong with this girl? We took her seriously?
Dr. Drew for president or
something. Today I got,
those are your last words.
Yeah. Richard Simmons to conquer obesity in America. Richard Simmons for president. Yeah, that'd be like my last words, and they're like, fuck is this girl?
Yeah, and then, like, it's weird because that is your, like you said, your legacy. Your last words would be...
Now I gotta start making, like, really nice statuses, just in case.
And, like, you know, like, I would assume, like, people would probably come back and listen to the podcast.
From the grave.
There are, like, let me see, there's easily, like, another 10 episodes that we haven't released yet.
Yeah.
On my computer.
Unreleased.
So you would have to somehow...
go through it.
You know, you have to come here and convince these people if you could get to the computer. Get the podcast, put them online.
Delete all that porn.
Yeah.
Clean out the system.
I do not want to see the stuff on my computer.
I'm not even allowed to look at it.
I'm telling you right now, don't even bother trying. Like, not that you can't find it. You probably won't like what you find.
Good Lord.
It's all totally legal.
Everything's legal.
Just depraved. You know, don't let my family know about the porn you find on my computer, because that shit's embarrassing.
That might kill somebody else.
Yeah, it would, you know. You like that? Oh my god.
This is not my son.
Asshole Liquors number 17. Oh. You know,
talk about shitty breath.
And speaking of fat girls, speaking of fat people, I saw this ad last night for onlinebootycall.com.
Sounds great.
It's there's another one. There's another commercial that just flat out says
hook up
special arrangements, where it's a girl basically saying, "I like older guys with money." There's a website dedicated to girls that are gold diggers and guys that are looking to be.
I gotta get on that shit.
Sugar daddies, but that's not the one I'm talking about. Onlinebootycall.com.
Is it nationwide?
Well, if it's a .com, it probably is nationwide.
So in different areas, there's different booty calls?
I guess.
How many booty girls are in Rochester?
I don't know. I've been on Craigslist.
We should do an episode and call them. No, it's online.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, there are people on, like, I go on Craigslist every now and then just to see what's out there. And I love the ones who try to word it. Like,
nicely,
you know, like,
elegantly.
I'm a little thick, or I'm a little pounds.
Bitch, you fat! Just like, say it.
You know, and then there's been enough ones who actually put their picture out, and like, oh my, you know, but it's just like, oh yeah, you would be single. Now
I know why you're doing this.
Yeah. Like,
so what's the booty call? You call them and
I don't know. I'm assuming it's just it's a dating service like everything else.
Did you go to the website, Chris?
No, honestly, I give you my word, I did not go to the website. But like, when you see, like, the commercial has all these beautiful people on it.
Of course.
These guys with 8-packs taking off their shirt, and there's girls in mini skirts, like, you know, sequins on them, you know, like
that's who's on the other line.
Like Las Vegas showgirl, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you know that's not
booty sweat.
There. And even on the off chance that you do find a hot chick, she's probably fucking crazy. Right. Hot chicks are fucking
There's
crazy.
something going on upstairs.
Hot chicks there's always some sort of issue, and their daddy left them, and their uncle touched them, and
life's hard, Chris, for the pretty.
They've fucked everything on the face of the planet. I don't know.
Chris has a skewed image of girls.
Yeah, you know, and he's lucky. He has a supportive woman on it, you know. And I have friends that are lucky, but then again, I don't know people's problems. I don't know what happens behind closed doors. Oh no, that's what it was. He works, but his money a big chunk of his money goes to daycare.
Right.
And
which is a con in itself. That is so expensive.
Yeah, now I'm unemployed, but I'm taking care of my daughter. Right. If I was working, a big chunk of my money would be going to take care of my daughter.
Right.
So why don't we just cut out the fucking middleman? You know, who better to raise my daughter than her fucking father? You know what I'm saying? And let me raise her and teach her how to talk and count, and, you know, why let somebody from another country, you know, let's be real here.
Oopsie.
You know, and I came from a family where family raised.
Right.
You know, my situation is a little weird right now. If things were a little more towards the way I have it, my mother would have a bigger, you know, I lived 6 hours away from my mom's house. You know, but my mom would have
a bigger role,
more of an influence, because my mother is that old school. You know, the family raises big.
Yeah.
You know, I had like I mentioned before, I had so many cousins growing up. I didn't know their name. I just called them cousin. You know, there was no such thing as daycare.
Yeah,
your family was daycare. Grandma would watch the kids for a little while. Aunts and uncles would watch the kid for a little while. There was always somebody there to watch the kids. And that was with people working and stuff like that. And that's what I wanted to bring up when I was discussing with Law. That, he said that...
daycare's expensive.
A good chunk of his paycheck goes to daycare.
It's expensive.
And I understand, like...
I'm not having kids because of daycare.
And like people are like, oh, you're sitting at home or you're doing your stupid podcast, but it's like, no, this is me trying to be me having some sort of creative outlet while raising my daughter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I would like to do something like, I would like this to blow up into something big, but I'd also I'm also trying to be there for my daughter until she starts school. Mm-hmm. Because then once she starts school, then she's somebody else's headache for a couple hours.
She can go do whatever she wants for the day.
And like people are like, Chris, how do you podcast all this time? Where's your daughter now?
She's upstairs. She's okay.
She's being babysat by her grandpa right now, which is kind of in that vein of family. Family helps you out. Grandpa does what he has to do, and it's hard. Why have a middleman raising your kid and
paying all this money for
all that money when you can do it by yourself?
Yeah.
So it's
Chris, you should open up a babysitting.
Oh God! I can barely take care of my own daughter. She drives me nuts enough as it is. And it's funny. Like I told Kristen, I was like,
"Well, we did have that break in the middle where everyone had to.
That's right. Yeah.
Everyone had to get up
and take a pee.
The pee break, all that coffee.
And it's funny. Like I told Kristen, because the last couple episodes I really had no topics. So I actually put a whole page together, and I've only gotten to 4 or 5 topics.
That's usually how we roll.
Stuff to talk about in the future if I don't have anything off the top of my head. Here we go. Please visit twostrangersonepodcast.com where you can find links for everything related to this show. You can visit our eBay page where things sold go to the support the show, goes to the hosting fees, upkeep of the equipment. Basically, if you like this show, buy something. I put the prices, I undercut everybody. Right now I'm selling a whole bunch of DVDs, comedy DVDs, horror DVDs, comic book related DVDs, heavy metal related DVDs. If on the off chance you check it out and there's nothing on sale at that moment, because I try not to sell anything when I'm not available to send it out immediately, please keep coming back and check out the page. While you're on the page, you can download old episodes of Two Strangers One Podcast. Right now we have well over 2 full days worth of content. So if you have even a cheap $10 MP3 player, you can download the old episodes, put them on the MP3 player, listen to them when you're at work. People, if you have a job and you're sitting around, you're not doing anything, listen to a funny podcast. Or I tend to listen to the podcast in my car when I'm driving, because radio in and of itself, instead of hearing the same 5 fucking songs over and over again, you can listen to something new and original like our show. If you want to pick up past episodes other than finding it on Two Strangers One Podcast, if you have one of those new iPhone 5s or even an iPhone,
the iPad Mini,
iPhones, iPods, iPads, everyone in the iFamily, you go download us on iTunes and also on twostrangersonepodcast.com. But you can subscribe to us on iTunes. Just go into the iStore. In the upper right corner, there says podcast. Click on podcast. Search for Two Strangers One Podcast. It's going to come up Chris and Kristen, Two Strangers One Podcast. You could go back, download all our old episodes. iTunes is totally free. Downloading our episodes is totally free. And if you subscribe, you get all the brand new episodes. Like I said, it's not set in stone. We pretty much put out an episode on Tuesdays and Thursdays, an hour each. So that's 2 hours of entertainment a week. That's a movie. It's like a free movie once a week.
Things we do for you guys.
Yeah. And all we do is ask for you to buy our eBay stuff and visit clickandhit.com.
That's it.
And also, that's for iPhones, iPads, iPods. If you have an Android device, you can subscribe to us on the Stitcher app, STITCHER. Just search Two Strangers One Podcast and favorite us. And basically how that works is every time it gets updated, you get all the new episodes. Stitcher only keeps the most recent 6 episodes or so. And pretty much any other podcast that's worth listening to. I'm a big fan of Kevin Smith's Smodcast. I'm a big fan of the Nerdist Smodcast hosted by Chris Hardwick. And also our pod brothers, Live and Lame, on the West Coast. And we're also part of the Live and Lame network. Real Chat, The Fox Den, The Breakdown. All those shows that we're part of the network with, they're also on Stitcher. So when you're done listening to this episode, go check them out. And of course, the Big Daddy, Live and Lame, LIVIN-lame. I don't think there's an... Oh, no. I forgot.
They got rid of the apostrophe.
No, yeah, I forgot. There was an apostrophe and a hyphen in the middle. I forgot exactly which one. Or you could go to Live and Lame Podcast Entertainment, Facebook.com/Live and Lame, LIVIN, no G, Lame, LAME, Podcast Entertainment. And check out all the shows there. Like them on Facebook. And while you're there, like us on Facebook. Facebook.com/Two Strangers One Podcast. Like
hover over the like button, click show in news feed so you can get every single update. Unfortunately, only 20% of our audience actually gets every single update, so the more activity we get on the page, the more people will actually get our updates. But the two ways to get all our episodes are on Stitcher.
Double Jackpot.
Please,
what is it?
It takes 2 seconds
It is
to
a
share
self-published
Let them know
book
about
by
the party we're having
Christopher
over here.
Cologne.
Chris Cologne smells good to me.
But
Look at her. That broke that fucking cold little exterior. He's like, hee.
but it is spelled Colon.
Him punny.
But Double Jackpot is a book about a comic book artist, Eric, who is in a loveless relationship with a materialistic
I feel you, Eric.
Lynette.
Oh, fucking. Are you sure I didn't write this? Sounds hauntingly familiar.
He starts cheating on his girlfriend with a more creatively supportive woman, Nadia.
Well, I gotta meet her. Where's the Nadia?
There's your summer girlfriend.
Summer Nadia is Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah, I think Nadia spelled with an A.
All right.
Both Lynette and Nadia play the double jackpot, the largest payout in lotto history, much like the recent Powerball. Both girls play his birth date as the winning numbers. Eric is now stuck between two of the country's richest women. Who will he choose? It's not that simple. This is a clever fucking idea,
Yeah, it
man.
is.
Look at her, fucking. She's impressed.
I am.
She got some summer reading. Christopher Cologne smells real lovely with an original idea. This is. I've never heard this before.
I haven't either. This is a self-published book, much in the indie spirit as Kev's Clerks.
Oh, you don't even need to name check me. This is just a good idea. You could stand on your own, man. You don't even have to be like, hey, remember Clerks? This is nothing like that. This is way more original than Clerks. This is a good idea, man. Why didn't I think of this?
I need something to read. This book is part of the Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games Trilogy Book 2. Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, coming soon.
Right on, man. It's part of a trilogy. This is the first part.
Way to write, man.
He's seeking a literary agent. Motherfuckers, anybody out there? There ain't no literary agents listening to this show. I assure you, sure. Sure. I assure you, sure. But somebody know a literary agent? Hook a motherfucker up! Chris Cologne come up with an original idea. I should tell Raskin. That's a good fucking idea, to be honest with you. That's a fucking rom-com right there. Megan, get Raskin on the phone. Isn't it possible to get Raskin on the phone? No?
Yeah.
I want to run it past him, man. I want to, and if it happens, I get a taste, Chris Cologne. I get a whiff, if you will.
The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com.
That's lulu.com.
I understand that. I just want to spell it out.
Normally one says it that spells it. Still, lulu.com. What is that? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. All right. The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com. Search for Double Jackpot Christopher Cologne. A paperback version of the book is $15 and a PDF file is only $5.
$5 is
Yeah.
insanely inexpensive. 15's not even that bad for a paperback version.
No.
This is $1 million idea right here. Like a movie about a dude who fucking is stuck between two chicks, both of who play his birthday and win the lottery. Come on! I can see that trailer. Chris Cologne is on to something. Nobody else can smell it but me.
I'll read it.
Thank you. I'm going to make that smelly joke.
I know. You're trying to get me to laugh again.
It worked once. Double Jackpot is a self-published book by Chris Cologne, man. It's the first book in his Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games trilogy. Book 2, Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, should be coming out soon. Get all the information at Chris Cologne, like a motherfucker.
I will
his
totally
book,
read this.
Double Jackpot. I'm serious. I'm going to recommend that to fucking Raskin. How is that not a movie? You know what I'm saying? This could be a sexy movie. You could do an R-rated version. There could be nudie in it, and you could show them fucking both chicks. Maybe a little penetration. Maybe a butthole shot. No butthole, no care.
I would like to formally apologize to Christopher Cologne right now.
No, sex sells. Chris Cologne will appreciate that. He's like, thanks for throwing a few buttholes in there, man.
Don't forget to check out twostrangersonePodcast.net, your one-stop resource for everything show-related. You can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher. You could also find links to buy my book, Double Jackpot, on twostrangersonePodcast.net.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.